Hello to all who may be listening. My name is Hunter Clay, and this is my sport law project for SAL 630. I decided to do my law project over something that was relevant to me. Um, I'm actually a part of the university's golf team, and I've loved golf since a young age, and this is a pressing legal matter that is going on in the world of golf right now, so I just thought I'd introduce you guys to the topic. This is about the PGA Tour, which is the established professional golf tour in the world, actually the most established in the world, versus a new and upcoming tour called Live Golf. So some background info. The two people you'll see in the picture, that's Jay Monahan on the left. He is um, the commissioner of the PGA Tour. And on the right, you'll see Greg Norman, who is the commissioner of Live Golf. And both of these two men run their respective tours. And let's get into a little bit about the lawsuits. There are lawsuits and counter lawsuits taking place between the two tours, and had a large impact on the world of golf. This PGA Tour versus Live has definitely been the biggest golf story in golf we've seen in ages. You could maybe even argue that it's bigger than any one single player on either tour. Um, you've seen a lot of media outlets that don't necessarily cover golf or sport at all, but are very interested because of the political differences of the PGA Tour and the Live Tour. Um, it has also raised some questions about how the PGA Tour operates and whether professional golfers should receive guaranteed pay. And also the barrier to entry of professional golf on the PGA Tour. And this is one of the first times in recent history where we've seen a competitive sports league that has financial backing try to challenge a major American sports league. Like we see it several times. You could argue with the NFL and maybe the XFL or CFL, something like that. But I would say this is different because a lot of the top golfers in the world actually have left and gone to play for this competitive tour. It's not similar to the NFL where you have the top players in the NFL leaving and going to other leagues. So an explanation of basically what happened is the PGA Tour's immediate response to players leaving from Live was an indefinite ban of these players from their events. And obviously, the players who left the PGA Tour to go to Live were upset with this ruling and claimed that the PGA Tour breached federal antitrust laws and breached their contracts that they had with the tour. And the players are very upset as they liked playing on the PGA Tour and enjoyed competing in their events, but the PGA Tour denied them access to their events because of their choice to join Live Golf. And contractually, when a player signs to be a member of the PGA Tour, there's a clause in their contract that they need approval for release to go play in other events. And these players were warned that if they were to go play in a Live Golf event, that they would be banned from the PGA Tour. And personally, I don't really see that these players have much of an argument in court because of the wording of their contracts with the PGA Tour. But I do understand the fact that these players are independent contractors and they have the right to choose when and where they play. As they are independent contractors, they're not signed to a professional organization like a team per se. And personally, I believe they should have the right to go play wherever they want to play. I think they understood the ramifications before they chose to go play in a Live event, and that's just, it is what it is. But they're clearly upset, and they are seeking either financial compensation or access into some tour events. So a little bit of a further explanation of the law side of it is that PGA founded a counter lawsuit against Liv, claiming Liv interfered with their business model by offering their players millions of dollars. And they're saying that these millions of dollars that were being thrown at players to go join Liv were from the Saudi Public Investment Fund. And there's not much information or factual evidence backing the association between Liv and the Public Investment Fund. They're clearly in cohesion, but there isn't much to say that they would be wrong in offering the best independent contractors in the world money to go play on their tour. These players were offered guaranteed money, upfront money, and this is something that the world of golf hasn't seen. As most of the times in golf, you have to earn money, and nothing is guaranteed. This has been a very interesting development in the world of professional golf and how professional golf has conducted itself. So some of the process that went into my research was I searched for motives, ramifications, personnel involved, results, and those were the four drivers of what I was searching for. Motives, it seems the PGA Tour is playing for legacy of the history of their events, and it seems that the narrative behind Live is the money and treating their players better, as they don't have to play as much, but they have a lot more guaranteed money. Those are kind of the stories that have been written in the media. Some of the ramifications of this new tour has caused the PGA to change. The barrier to entry has changed, as players could get a guaranteed stipend of $5,000 a week to cover travel cost and hotel cost, as money isn't guaranteed in the tournament. So even if they miss the cut, they might still get that $5,000 just for showing up. Some of the personnel involved you'll see in this picture. I'll mention some of these people later, but you can see Jay Monahan and Greg Norman, as I mentioned. And we're still kind of waiting to see the results. This is a very new lawsuit, and we're definitely waiting to see where it goes. One of the ramifications from earlier were the Ryder and President's Cup, which are the two major prestigious team events that Live players are now not allowed to compete on. The Ryder Cup is Europe versus the USA, and the President's Cup is USA versus the rest of the world. And these events have a lot of history, and unfortunately, Live players will be barred from these events. Some notable players on the Live Tour would be Dustin Johnson, former world number one. Cameron Smith, he's defending Open champion. Brooks Koepka, who's won several majors and was a rising star on the PGA Tour. Phil Mickelson, who's looked at as maybe the grandfather of the tour. It was pretty shocking to see some of these guys leave, including Bryson DeChambeau, who is considered the mad scientist of golf for all the new innovations that he's tried to bring to the game. And these players gave many reasons for leaving the tour, mainly the guaranteed money, as some of them were later in their careers, as you can see by the age. But it was interesting to see all these players leave, because they've proven they can win on the PGA Tour, so they don't need the guaranteed money, but the guaranteed money is definitely attractive to them. Some notable players that are remained on the tour would include new world number one Jon Rahm, former world number one Scottie Scheffler, former world number one Rory McIlroy. All of these guys are former world number ones, but Jon Rahm, Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and Justin Thomas have dominated on tour in recent years, and are big proponents of defending the tour and defending the legacy that the tour has brought. And obviously, Tiger Woods is the biggest household name in the game of golf, and he has come out and defended the PGA Tour as well. The significance, to me personally, I explained in the intro that I hate to see the game I love so much being torn apart. It's tough to see that the best players in the world won't always be playing in the same tournaments each week. And I also want to work in the world of professional golf, in terms of golf business. And this has raised a lot of questions in the air. This could create new jobs. This could get rid of jobs. We're still waiting to see. Is it good for the game? A lot of people have been talking about the game of golf now, but you could argue that it's not good for the game, as you don't see the best players playing on the same course each week. Um, Personally, I believe that this has made the significance of the four major championships that much more, because the four major championships have all come out and said that they will allow live players to play. And this is a big deal because you'll see the best players in the world compete against each other in these four events. Most likely in the law landscape, we'll see a stalemate. I don't foresee much happening within the next coming years, but we'll see if either tour is able to make some headway in their lawsuits. Some future research you can do on this topic is to stay updated with golf news outlets. Golf Channel is one that is constantly talking about the battle between PGA and Live, and this will take time to develop, but I believe this will be a big story for years to come. And here's some of the sources that I used. Thank you guys for listening today. And yeah, this could be an ongoing issue in the world of golf, but we'll see. Thank you guys for listening.